So today is my last video in my series about what pet experts want you to know. And today, the pet experts are me and my client, Jenna. So before we get into it, I'm drinking a Cabernet. Oh, I don't know if you can see Annabelle trying to make an appearance in the video, but you definitely hear her little feet tapping. Now, let's get into Jenna's 3 tips. So number 1, she wants you to understand the importance of a dog's senses and the order in which they use their senses. So here's kind of the main point about this is they go nose first. It is sniffing first. So if you're trying to give your dog a command and they're sniffing, there's a really good chance they don't hear you. If your dog has, say, a phobia of storms, then they're smelling the differences in the air before they're hearing the thunder or before they're seeing it get darker. So understanding a dog's senses and really the importance of their nose is incredibly important. Number 2, when you're training your dog, Jenna really wants you to know how important it is to keep morale high. Because if your dog is not enjoying training, if your dog, you're just not setting your dog up for success, and really you're not even setting yourself up for success. Because if you're getting frustrated, your dog's getting frustrated, you're leaving the whole training session on a negative instead of on the high. And when you leave it on the high, it's a lot more impactful for your dog. So keep morale up, be clear, be kind, be patient, and make this a fun experience for you and your dog. And number 3, she also really wants you to understand that there's not a right or wrong way. Well, there is a wrong way. So let me rephrase. She wants you to understand there's not a single way, much better wording, to train your dog. Sometimes you have to pivot and problem solve for the dog in front of you. And understanding and not getting so pigeonholed in one idea and knowing when to pivot and problem solve to get the best results out of your dog is incredibly important. And I can attest to Jenna doing this with her dog. And she has been such a success story from where we started with her dog to where she is now, and how incredible her dog is doing is just, it's the reason I reached out to her and I wanted her tips because she has become a pet expert in my opinion. Now, the next tips are my tips, and I'm gonna cheat and do 5 tips because I can as my channel. So let's talk about my 5 tips of what I want you to know about dogs. Number 1 is they're confused in our world. They are living in our world, hearing our communication, and none of this is innately natural to them. So please just take a moment and understand that your dog, even your dog, is confused in this world we created for them. So patience goes a long way. Teaching them, training them goes a long way. It's our responsibility to let them know what is the right behaviors and the wrong behaviors. And getting frustrated is so counterproductive to not only your relationship with your dog, but also to teaching your dog to be safe in this world that they're living in. So number 2 is I really want you to understand that it's also our job to set them up for success in terms of meeting their needs. And what do I mean? I don't mean the basic needs that everybody knows. I mean the physical exercise, the mental stimulation, i.e. enrichment, and also promoting calm. Now, in these videos, a lot of people have said physical exercise and mental stimulation. And again, I could go on and on about this, but I feel like I already have in the other videos, and everybody else has pretty much said it. I'm gonna focus on promoting calm. That's an important one because we want our dogs to be calm. And so we need to know that how important it is to promote calm behaviors and not be promoting the hyper behaviors, not be promoting behaviors that one minute we think it's funny and then the next minute we're embarrassed because we have people over. So promote calm behaviors because those are the more long-lasting behaviors that you really do want your dog to do. So mental enrichment, physical exercise, promote calm behaviors. Number 3, accept the soul in front of you. This is a unique soul, a special soul. Take a step back, look at the dog in front of you. Again, try to, of course, we want them to be their best selves. We're trying to help them in that regard. But there are some things that just who the dog is. And so know when to just step back. And again, like Jenna said, be willing to pivot and problem solve for this unique soul in front of you. Now, number 4, I really want you to know how important it is that our energy, 40% of what dogs are going off of immediately is our energy. So if you are a hyper person, can't really get frustrated if your dog is kind of hyper. If you're an anxious person, then your dog might be a little anxious. Whatever our energy is, or as if a guest comes into your home, their energy, or they're meeting a new person, energy is such an incredibly important, you know, for us to understand. And I really learned about this when I went to the wolf sanctuary. So that's the video I'm actually going to link in the comments, because that was an incredible experience. But learning about wolf energy and how they read and perceive people is so energetically based. So understanding that and how that affects our dogs is so important. They can only go off of what we're giving them. So we need to understand that, and maybe, I don't know, maybe start meditating. Maybe we need to start, you know, working on our own energy to set them up for success, or knowing when to manage, like management, knowing when to put them away because a certain person's coming over that has chaotic energy, and you know your dog can't not jump on this one person because of what they're bringing to the table. So understand energy and how that affects our dogs. And number 5 is body language. Everybody almost has talked about the body language, and it is so important. It's the best predictor of what a dog is going to do, what they're thinking, and how they're feeling is their body language, and it can be ever so subtle. So my next series is going to be on body language, because I think everybody wants to learn more at this point, and it's just such an incredible thing to learn about, because it's such an education on dogs. So that's going to be my next series. We're going to go into all kinds of body language and really delve into it. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this series. I've certainly enjoyed doing it. And again, a big thank you to everybody who has participated. So happy training, happy drinking, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.